Hi guys, I haven't done this one for a while. How ET is hereditary in old Shaky Nan's family. I'll tell you a funny story. There's actually two Shaky Nans in my family. So this here is me. This is me. I am the only one that I know of that has had this since birth. I asked my mum when she remembered me first having it, and she said when I was a toddler, if I ever got in trouble, my body would quiver. And she would think, oh, I didn't go cranky on her that bad, because we never knew what it was all my childhood. So I was just a nervous kid. Mum just thought I was being nervous. When I was a kid, my dad's mum shook, but I thought she shook because she was old. We didn't associate a 2-year-old shaking with an 80-year-old or 70-year-old. So we'd never connected that. Also, when I was a kid, my mum used to, so this is my mum here, and she's the eldest, and this is my dad here. My mum used to talk about her great-grandmother known as Shaky Nan, and they would say, we're going to Shaky Nan and Funny Pop's place. But Shaky Nan back here was diagnosed as Parkinson's back in the day, but she had the head tremor, the full body tremor, especially eating and drinking. She would have had ET, but was diagnosed as Parkinson's. This is my grandmother. My grandmother's sister and her brother shook. Her brother not as bad as her sister. My nan in later years shook as well. My mum and dad, we don't know, I don't know any further back on Nan's side, but actually not only last month, my mum and dad went on holidays, and my dad met up with some of his cousins on Nan's side of the family, and there is ET spread all through there, and they watch Shaky Nan. So welcome and hello, extended family. I'm talking about you. You made it on my map. My dad, when I was a teenager, I used to remember my dad when he was in the garage building things, screwing in screws. He would have the shaky hand, and I'd say, you shake like me, and he'd say, no I don't, and he'd pull his hand away really quick. My mum always had the shaky handwriting. My dad has been diagnosed in the last 10 years with essential tremor. My mum, she has it as well now. She says it's from her meds, but I think she always had it. She always had the shaky handwriting and things. When I was a teenager, my younger brother got it, but he was going through a bad teenage time, so we still didn't associate his shaking with my shaking because I was a nervous kid. He was going through a bad stage. My older brother and my younger sister, they don't have it, but when they're angry, it comes out in them. So it must be in there somewhere, I think. Sorry, Beck and Dean, but I think it's have somewhere. These are my 4 kids. Now all my 4 kids have it. They all got it in their teenage years. Once again, they came home from school and said, good on you, Mum, I was doing something at school today and I've got your shakes. I started shaking, and I said, oh, you'll be right. I live with it. You'll live with it. Because they're words we've never spoken. I've never talked about it. So we all never talk about it. It's just how we live with it. Now I've got my 4 beautiful grandkids, and that is why I'm doing this. I want to help find that cure before my grandkids get it. My dad is on medications for his tremors. Yeah, that's my dad. I'm not, the medications didn't work for me. I don't think my brother's ever tried any. And my mum is not on any medication as yet. All my 4 kids, my eldest now is 30 and my youngest is 20. They're still only slight in their hands, so they just live with it as well because, oh, mum's just always lived with it. We've got this. Now, my 2 eldest grandkids are 8 and they think shaky nan is the best thing since sliced bread. And they want to shake like me, but I want to help find that cure before they do. So this is how ET is hereditary in my family. I hope that helps understand it a little bit. It's not hereditary in every family, but in over 70% of cases of ET around the world it is. So this is my family. There's a fair few red lines and circles on there. We're the shaky family, but we just live with it, and we can live with it. And me doing this is helping us all live with it more. You know, don't ever give up, my friends. I've gave up for so many years. Shaky Nan has helped me get my life back and be able to do things again. Like all these beautiful doll houses behind me and my paint by numbers up the top. Don't ever give up, my friends. It's also September, so if you did want to join me and challenge yourself in the month of September, I've had that going for the last 2 years. It's just come up slow connection. I hope it's all right. I've had that going for the last 2 years. Challenge yourself for the month of September. So if you do want to challenge yourself with something you haven't tried for a long time, or something you've wanted to always do but never have, challenge yourself, my friends. You'll be surprised. If you work out your way, you'll be surprised what you can do. Don't ever give up. I love you all, guys. Take care. Have a great shaky week. Stay safe, and I will see you all again next week. Bye, guys.